Director Reflections for March 17th of 2024. News that are not. With the flood of information that flows on digital platforms and social networks, the old concept of news has quickly been losing its original meaning. At a time when the primary and reliable sources of disseminating information were written, radio or television newspapers, the criteria for classifying an event as news were different from those of today. The media now disseminates any news or episode that fits the taste or interest of segmented audiences, and when it goes viral, it acquires the connotation of news, even if it is not in reality. Long ago, in the professional practice of journalism, the news was the novel or atypical event that in the editor's criteria resulted in forcible impact and an interest to public opinion. To disseminate this news, the editors applied rules of writing, verification, and contextualization in order to respect the objectivity of the story, without allowing ideological or discriminatory biases. Currently, these parameters have been losing quality and systematic use because the ease with which any event instantly comes to light through digital channels or networks evaporates these controls. Therefore, new audiences who form communities of similar interest assume these contents as if they were news, without necessarily having their original meaning or being so in reality. News is the fundamental genre or the basic input of professional journalism, whose narration and evaluation is done taking into account the general interest, free of interpretations or biases. Its writing formats it and sells it as a finished product that has completed several verification and construction tests, with the aim that by being known to readers, they acquire knowledge of something real and not false. Which does not happen now because quality filters to measure the level of impact or interest have fallen into disuse to the extent that the pressure for immediacy has become a kind of new media currency. I remember that in the incisive definition of a master of journalism, news is everything that the government does not want you to know, alluding to the power of the press to spread truth or uncomfortable realities. Now it's different. News is anything that is liked and goes viral, even if it is irrelevant, banal, superficial, and often false or unverifiable information or fact. And this reality is what has led David French, columnist for the New York Times, to believe that as a result, the current generation is the most completely, willfully, and jointly uniform generation of people that has ever walked the earth. For Listín Diario, voiceover and translations by Indira Rodriguez.